What's going on, guys, and welcome to this 50k Q&A video. It honestly felt like a couple of weeks ago I was doing a 25k Q&A, but hey, we've doubled it, we've smashed it. I think we're heading to about 55 now, so thank you to everyone that subscribed, whether you was in the beginning, the middle, or more recently. And something I'd like to know is how you come across the channel. Was it through the Sunday League series? Was it a mate that showed you? Did you see us on the Copper 90 shoutouts recently, or the Soccer AM video we was featured on as well? Could be a multiple possibilities there, but it'd just be interesting to know how you come across the channel. Anyway, a while ago on Twitter, I asked you guys to get your questions in using the hashtag #AskSmiv, and you come up with this. Sammy asked, if you was to ever play for Palmers FC again, what position would you play? So when I was growing up, I always played at right back. That was my dad's decision because he was the manager of the team and he didn't want to look like it was favouritism by putting me up front. So right back was my position. If we was looking at the Palmers team now, I'd probably be battling it out with Scottish and Wazza for that position, but obviously we know that I would win that. Dan asks, do you think Mr. Jason Toogood will land one of his long shot bets this season? That's right, Mr. Jason Toogood, he's one of the tipsters on the Fantasy Football Forecast series, and he's a bit crazy when it comes to bets, and he's not been far off either. I am going to say that he is going to land one of these. I don't know how big or small it's going to be, but he'll definitely land one this season, and olbg.com will be quakering in their boots. Lee Fulford says, did you eat my cereal? Any cereal there?
I'm on my 5th bowl. All gone now.
No, Lee, it was actually you that ate my cereal. And for those that don't understand, I actually used to make a couple of sketches with Lee. They're on my channel at the moment. I'll leave a link to that particular video, but go and check them out. They're interesting. West Ham United FC fan asks, support Arsenal or divorce your wife and never see her again? Obviously, it's tough. I'm a lifelong Spurs fan, so if I did stick by them, I'd then lose the love of my life. But then Tottenham are also the love of my life. I'm sure they'd keep me happy, wouldn't they? Gibbs asks, when will you be able to play for Palmers FC again? And it's a popular comment I get in every single video, and I'm surprised people aren't actually seeing my replies at the moment. But anyway, I've pretty much hung my boots up, guys. I've had repeat injuries on my ankles. It's not good for me to keep on playing, so I've just kind of quit football. I hate to say that. I mean, I'll have a little kick around now and again, but competitively, I'm probably not going to be playing anymore.
Is it weird, like, if you cry?
if you fake cry, you start to laugh, yeah. Fake cry. Sam asks, would you take over the Palmers FC manager job since you don't really play? Hell no. They're like a bunch of little kids. They never listen to me. I just like running the club from behind the scenes and making sure it runs nice and smoothly. If I was manager, I'd probably stick Sean up top because he's got great aerial ability and have Wayne alongside him. Morgan asks, would you rather Palmers FC win the Champions League or I be able to play for Spurs for one season? Well, it was obviously a dream of mine when I was growing up to play for Spurs, but my ankles are dodgy. I'm not going to be able to run around a pitch. Palmers FC are the new thing now. If they could win the Champions League, I don't know. I'd be speechless. It'd be crazy. I think we'd all be happy. Kieran asks, what was your dream job growing up as a kid? Now, the obvious one is, of course, a professional footballer. I mean, who wouldn't want to be paid to play football? It's the dream. But there was a point in my life where I started to think, you know what? If this doesn't kick off for me, I need a backup plan. Now, at the age of 13, I was the best goddamn paperboy you would ever find, and the upgrade from that would be a postman. I always imagined I'd have a van, I'd have a black and white cat, and they'd call me Postman Matt. Liam asks, favourite player for Palmers FC? A very tricky one indeed, but there is one man that stands out for me at the moment. He goes by the name of Kieran. He's just a battler all over the field. You name it, he's there. He's winning balls on the floor, he's winning balls in the air, and he's bagging a few goals along the way as well. So for me at the moment, it's Kieran. Richard asks, which footballers have you met in your life? Unfortunately, I haven't met that many professional footballers in my time. When I was growing up, we used to have presentation evenings and we always used to get John Moncur down. One year we were supposed to get Ian Wright, but then John Moncur came down. That was a great night. A few years ago, I was doing some presenting for Nike and I got to meet Theo Walcott. I was supposed to meet Robbie Keane, who was one of my favourite Tottenham players at the time, or Aaron Lennon as well, but they couldn't make it, so unfortunately I got Theo Walcott. Spurs players, I bumped into Gareth Bale in JD Sports buying a see-through pair of Converses. He had red socks on, so they shone through and made him red. They were clever. I actually met him a little bit later on down the line. This is before he got his hat-trick against Inter Milan and blew up across the world, but yeah, he was alright. Also bumped into Hugo Lloris at an airport in France, but the best player that I have ever met, and he is my favourite player of all time, he goes by the name of Ledley King. Now, my wife actually did me a massive favour the other week. As a wedding present, she actually got in touch with Spurs and got Ledley to write us a lovely little letter, which you might have seen posted up on Twitter or Instagram. What a player though. He didn't train because he was injured, but he still kept out some of the best Premiership strikers week in, week out. What a guy. Sam asks, do you regret not restarting your YouTube career earlier? It's a good question. For those that don't know, I used to make YouTube videos back in the day around sort of 2006, 2007 when YouTube first came about. The channel got to a decent place, but then it got hacked and I lost everything. And from that moment on, I just kind of lost inspiration to make the whole YouTube thing. But back then I didn't really make football videos. It was more sort of comedy sketches, presenting videos and bits and pieces like that. And I'll be honest, I didn't necessarily enjoy it. I always wanted to do football videos, but the audience that I had back then didn't necessarily accept it. They didn't enjoy that sort of stuff, so I kind of went down that route. Now obviously rewind to last year, I started doing football videos because I knew that was something that I enjoyed and I could just churn out as much content as I wanted. Do I regret not doing that earlier? Possibly, but you know what, it's happened for a reason. We're here now. Palmer's FC wasn't around back then, so we wouldn't have had that, so who knows what would have happened. Final question, and Connor asks, what will happen to the channel when it becomes mega popular and money is being made? Where will it go? Well, first of all, I don't know that it's going to become mega popular. At the moment, it's growing really, really quickly, and I'm really happy with that. So again, thanks for everyone that subscribed. But at the moment, I have to sort of commit a certain amount of time to this thing here. It's my business, my video production business. That's what's paying the bills. But if it does start to make money, maybe I can put this to the side, focus on the YouTube. And what will happen from that is, well, more content will be made. It's as simple as that. So there you have it, guys. That brings us to the end of the questions. Sorry I couldn't read all of them, but hey, I hope you know me a little bit better now. I just want to say quickly once again, thank you so much for subscribing, supporting the channel and making it grow so quickly. Here's to the next 50,000 and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. No one with him as the defender puts a challenge in here. Right.